Ready to rock and roll?
All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and get started. Come on in. It's getting kind of packed. We'll find a seat. To get started, we have basically all our policies, procedures, how-tos on the back table back there. There's a stack of my business cards back there as well. That way you can contact me later after this if you still have questions or if I confused you even more than were before you got here. So to get started, I bring everybody together today basically to give all the vendors here. I assume most of you guys are vendors, potential vendors, kind of opportunity to see vending opportunities are in Los Alamos. We try to hit most of them. We're not going to hit all of them because not all the groups are here today. And some of them, just don't come at all to talk to you guys. So hopefully we set this meeting up for them to give them the chance to kind of solicit you guys to get you guys to go to their events, stuff like that, along with my events here at the county. So there's a small pool of you guys, so we'll fight and try to get all you guys at all of our events. So real quick, the order of tonight will go. We're going to go over the county events, the processes. We're going to talk about fire, the restrictions, and stuff like that. And then after that, we'll go into all our other outside groups and their events and their processes and stuff like that. Any questions before I get started? All right. So to start, with Los Alamos County, we basically have two vending opportunities for you. Our biggest one is the Friday night concerts. This year we have 15 Friday night concerts for you guys this year. So if you decide to do the whole concert series, depending on what you're vending, if you're a food truck or food or stuff like that, high risk, like bounce houses or stuff like that, you're looking at about $600. That's how much you'll spend for all 15 concerts, which is a really good deal. If you pay by the night, once you get to about that fourth concert, you'll pay for the whole series anyway. So it just makes more sense to do the whole series. That's the big discount for you guys. Our first one is May 24th. And there will be every Friday after that. Our next one is going to be the Fair and Rodeo. And that's kind of a two and a half part thing. We have the Friday night concert, which is part of our Fair and Rodeo weekend. But that is part of our regular Friday night series. We also have the fair on Saturday morning that vendors are more than welcome to come to. And then we also have the rodeo, which is a separate location across town. The fair is only Saturday morning and will run from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. The rodeo starts at about 1 o'clock and runs until about 5 o'clock, and that'll be Saturday and Sunday. So those are our two big opportunities for you guys on the county side of things. We have, for any of you that were here last year with us or have been with us in the past few years, our policy, or not our policy, but the way we do things hasn't really changed. Prices haven't changed. Still can come either to the aquatic center, fill out your paperwork, to turn in, submit, pay for, or you can go to the municipal building and see the folks at CDD, which are here tonight, and we'll give them a chance to speak as well. So that's really short and sweet. Any questions on that part of it? Yep.
Do you know what date the rodeo and the fair is?
So the fair and rodeo, so the fair itself is on the 3rd, August 3rd. And then of course the rodeo will be August 3rd and 4th.
Thank you.
Yep.
So those booths that you're leasing out, is that like a certain set, like 20 by?
So for the Friday night concerts, we will give you the space, the footprint. You'll bring your own tent. And so depending on what you're vending, will dictate what kind of tent you have to bring with you. And we'll let the guys at fire kind of talk through what the requirements are for that. And the restrictions you have for the type of vending you're doing.
So what if somebody wanted to sell jewelry?
So yeah, you'll just bring whatever you have with you,
Right.
sell jewelry.
And so is it the same price as a trailer?
If you're selling jewelry, it would be the same price as a trailer. The only difference there would be the restrictions. If you're just selling jewelry and you come set up a little table,
Right.
sell your jewelry, you'll be in a 10 by 10 spot.
Can you leave at any time or do you have to stay the whole night or?
Oh, so yeah, I guess that's a good question. We ask that everybody is there set up by 4 o'clock. We close the parking lot completely off at 4 o'clock. So at that point, if you're running late, you're not there at 4 o'clock, you'll have to find parking and then bring all your stuff into the vending area.
But you can still come after 4 o'clock because you're not set up for the fire inspection.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes it a little harder on you, because by 4 o'clock, parking is hard to find.
Sure.
And you might be walking 3 or 4 blocks with your stuff to be able to drop it off.
Okay.
So that's the big thing. Prior to 4 o'clock, you can drive into the vendor area, unload, start setting up, get your stuff dropped off and then go find parking. So depending on how much stuff you have,
Sure.
Depends on when you're gonna want to be there. Same thing at the end of the night, or if you're selling anything that you might run out of throughout the evening. Concerts are gonna end a little earlier this year. We're gonna be ending the concerts at 9 o'clock instead of 10. So it's an hour shorter concert time. But you won't be allowed into the vendor area until 9 o'clock with your vehicle. So if you're picking up or you have a lot of stuff to pick up, if you've run out of your stuff,
Right.
you can basically close all your stuff down and leave it. You can start packing out if you want. But yeah, you won't be able to come in to get your stuff until 9 o'clock.
Okay. So do they have to notify you if they're coming after 4 o'clock? I'll be there at 6.
Yeah, I mean, it would be beneficial, because that's one of the things where we're limited on space, right? So depending on food trucks, that's the big separation, would be food and non-food vendors. Food vendors are gonna be set up in the parking lot, strictly in the parking lot. Other vendors that are just selling things and different, stuff like that will be mainly in the grass, unless we have space up in the parking lot. Then we'll bring you up into the parking lot to keep things looking nice and tight and needy. But if you're in the parking lot and it's 4 o'clock, we're starting to move things around.
Sure.
And if we don't, at that point, we're kind of assume you're not coming unless you've said otherwise. We can move somebody else into your vendor spot, assuming you're not coming. So somebody that's off in the grass that might want power that night, has requested power, but came in later. We could move them up into your spot. And then if you show up at 6 o'clock, your spot's on, that could cause some irritation on everybody's side, right?
Okay.
So
But if we call you and let you know we're coming,
email, call us. Email is probably better. There's gonna be me and 2 other staff members. And honestly, my other 2 staff will be your main contacts. They'll be the ones emailing you every week. They'll be sending you guys maps on Thursdays, letting you know where your spot is on Friday night. We do ask that if you're gonna be there Friday night, if you paid for the whole series. For the few of you that have paid night to night, we'll know the dates that you're gonna be there. So we'll put you on those maps on those weeks. But if you've paid for the whole series, we're gonna assume you're gonna be there every Friday night, unless you've said otherwise. If you're not gonna be there, we would like to know by Tuesday of that week, because we have to submit our maps for approval through fire and everybody else, to get approval for our setup for Friday night. So to give us enough time to get those approvals done and then send those maps to you guys on Thursday evening, we ask that you guys let us know by Tuesday if you're going to be there or not. Now, granted, there are weeks that you fully plan on being there and then Friday morning comes and you know you're not gonna be there, again, go ahead and let us know you're not gonna be there. That way we know that we're gonna have an empty spot and we wanna fill that spot. So we're gonna move people around to fill those spots. That way we don't have open gaps in our setup, so.
So if you paid for this whole season, you get the same spot every.
For the most part, we try to keep things pretty uniform. That way vendors know where they're gonna set up from week to week. We try not to move things around, not only for you guys, but also for all the customers that you guys are gonna have. All the people that are attending the concerts, they kind of like to know where everybody is. They don't want to have to search for you guys. So we try to keep everything pretty uniform from week to week. But you know, we do shift people around as needed. Yeah, so you know, there will be some movement, but not a lot.
And electric, how much electric?
We don't have a lot of electric. So everything, so depending on, so after today, we do have a few vendors that have already signed up for the series. So it's kind of first come, first serve, depending on when you guys have signed up for the summer concert series, right? So if you signed up now, you're gonna have priority over everybody that signs up in a month. So depending on how you sign up, and if you need power, that's the big caveat is if you actually need power to run your business. If you are just running twinkle lights, you know, for aesthetics, you're gonna be knocked down to the people that actually need the power to be able to cook or process or anything like that, or to actually sell what they're trying to sell. So there's a few different layers, but starting out, it's going to be priority to who signed up first. So yeah, power is limited, and our staff that's, you know, processes that paperwork, when we start getting to a point where we're low on the power spots, we'll let them know. That way we can talk to you guys before you sign up and pay to let you know what the power options are at that point. Yep.
Can you split a space with another vendor?
Yeah, absolutely. So we don't have any issue with that. That's completely up to you guys. So if you guys want to go in on we'll say one vendor spot, you can't really split the cost per se. Well, I mean, we'll have to look into that. But yeah, you can definitely share a spot. If you have a small little operation and you know another group that has a small little operation, you both need power and you're in a power spot, you can definitely share that space. Definitely. I don't think at the moment we don't have any restrictions to that. Yep.
How much is it night to night? Like not for the whole season?
It depends on what you're doing. So for we have our vendor permit back there.
I have it up.
You have it up?
Mhm.
So if you're selling food, I believe it's
It's 150 for the night. Or sorry, 200 for the night. If you're selling non-food, it's
75.
75. And just no sales, you're just doing promotions like 75. Oh, it's 50.
50. So yeah, at 150 at night, for food sales or high risk, you can see how after a couple nights, it gets up to $600 pretty quick. So it's better to pay for that whole series. For sales and non-sales, non-sales is kind of like, you know, promotional stuff, your, you know, nonprofit type stuff. For sales includes anything that there's any kind of monetary transaction. So that means raffle tickets, you're selling raffle tickets. That's a money exchange. So that's considered sales.
What about cookies?
Cookies is high risk. So
They're not high risk anymore.
you know, you're the second person today to say
They're
that.
not, I brought the rules.
I need to check into that. So yeah, something about a change with
In-home vending.
Yeah.
It's called home cooking or something.
yeah, so if you can share that with me, I will take that because we'll have to look into that. So yeah, prior to this, and if I'll have to get everybody, if you guys want to leave me your information and stuff, if you're interested in this, I can look into this and get back to you guys on the ins and outs of that and how we're going to deal with that coming up. I don't have a good answer for you at the moment. Prior to this, it was any kind of food. Even you would have to get a food permit through New Mexico Environmental Department. Even for the guys that do popcorn and cotton candy, the environmental department doesn't consider those food. So they wouldn't issue a food permit, but they would still acknowledge that you asked them and they'd give us a waiver, saying that you didn't need a food permit.
Maybe they had to get like a food animals training or card or something.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's for this, I'll look into this and I'll let you guys know. Well, yeah, for any other food type stuff, that would be the process. Yeah, well, food permit? Yeah, so yeah, they won't give you a food permit for popcorn or cotton candy. They gave you one last year? We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that's great, and I would be.
You know, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you'd actually be the first person that I've heard of that they gave it. Typically what they do is they basically just give you a little letter that says so-and-so business selling popcorn and cotton candy, don't need a food permit because of non-food, that type of thing. So that's typically what we get from those.
Well, I just got one because I thought I had to.
Well, because we always, so that's the catch, right? So we're not the experts on this. So when you guys come to us, even if you've come to us in the past, we're always going to send you to them. We're going to have them tell you and us what you do and don't have to have, right? We're not going to make up those rules or stick to those rules. If they've changed the way they process stuff, basically that's why we send you to them anyway, is to get that waiver and them acknowledging that you don't need that. So that's where either way, you're going to have to get something from them saying you don't need it or you.
And I make a suggestion, maybe we should have the Department of Environment here next year.
I invited them. They were unable to come. Unable, don't want to, I can't say for them, right? They turned us down to be here tonight. But yeah, any other questions on the concerts, fair and rodeo? No? All right.
Excuse me.
Oh, yep, we got a question on that.
Yep.
Sorry about that. What is the date for the rodeo and what's the last date for the concert?
For fair and rodeo, that's gonna be the 3rd and 4th of August. And the last concert date is gonna be August 30th. So that'll be the last date for that. So while she had me thinking, processing your guys' paperwork.
Okay.
You can't come in on Monday.
Huh?
And expect to be able to vend on that Friday.
Okay.
The paperwork process is gonna take longer than that. So if you know there's a certain date you want to vend for sure by, you have to be in the week before. Turn your paperwork in the week before the concert that you actually want to be at. Can't come in on Monday and expect to be there on Friday. The process is going to take a little longer to get you approved to be there. Sir, you had a question?
So through this, system that we're running here, it's not affiliated with the one that they run out for White Rock or the 4th of July?
Partially, and we'll get to that here in just the 4th of July. We're partnered with the 4th of July with that person, and we'll kind of walk through you guys on the steps on that one here in just a little bit. So concerts, fair and rodeo?
Just one more question on nonprofits and nonprofits when fundraising, like a bake sale or something.
Yeah, so yeah, again, anytime there's any kind of money transaction, you're considered a sales vendor. And if it's food, then you have to follow the food stipulations. If you're a nonprofit, just, you're not selling anything, you're just there like a political party or anything like that, just trying to inform people of things. Then you can sign up with Sancre Productions for their nonprofit row. And Sancre Productions is the contractor that we've contracted with to provide the music entertainment for the Friday night concerts. So they have their own process of vetting you guys and spacing you guys or placing you guys for Friday night concerts through them for the nonprofits. So nonprofit row is a whole different section, typically closer to the park. Again, can't sell anything. You can't promise any kind of, money transactions later, roof repairs or anything like that. It's got to be just strictly information. All right.
Any questions online?
All right, guys. So I'm gonna have our CDD department come up and talk. Maybe if they were here. Oh, they're there. So yeah, we'll have them talk. They're gonna kind of talk you through the process, working through some of the other groups that we have in town and different things like that. And then we'll have fire come up and follow that. All right. Can you guys hear us all right? Okay.
Maybe a little bit less.
All right.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Lovato. This is Andrea Fresquez, and we work with CDD with Los Alamos County. We process the paperwork for the event permits and the vending licenses for anything that's with the CSD department and anything that's outside of county sponsored events. So if you're gonna do vending with other events like through LACDC, if you're gonna vend at the 4th of July event, if you're gonna vend at other events like Trick or Treat on Main Street or other events throughout Los Alamos County that is not affiliated with what CSD does, you will have to come through us. You will have to get an event permit. You have to get a vending license. And all those you can do through us. LACDC, if you do through one of their events, they get the event permit. You do have to sign up as a vendor with them under their umbrella event permit, but you do have to get a vending license with us. And you come and talk to Andrea. The vending license is $50. It's annual. If you renew it every year, $50. And part of that is you'll give us the permit through the state, your food vendor permit through the state. If you are going to be the sponsor of an event in Los Alamos County, you're responsible for getting the event permit also. And you have to give us your liability insurance that's required by risk. You're also responsible for getting in touch with the fire department to get your food truck inspected by our fire department prior to your event and scheduling that with them. So if it's anything other than the two that Brendan talked about, you have to come and see us. LACDC does offer many different events throughout the town, and if you work with them, they get the event permit. But other than that, you're responsible for getting your event permit. And you come and see us at the county. Wanted us to talk about the other processes.
Anything you guys want to inform them about, anything like that?
Event permits, yeah.
Right ahead.
There is a long process for event permits. It goes through different departments with Los Alamos County. So it's usually about a week to 2 weeks in order to get that through the system. So you can't just show up the day before you want to have your event and get your event permit. So we do ask a minimum of a week to 2 weeks to get that through the system. So just be aware of that. We do require your certificate of liability, so please make sure you have that at Los Alamos County listed as an additional insured on your limited liability. And other than that, that's pretty much what we need from all of you. So, any questions?
Is there a limit on the insurance that you have to have? As a vendor?
I think it's, yeah, I think it's 1 million.
Million.
Yeah, and there's a specific spot, and I apologize, on the form that we have to be in, and it's the additional insured at the bottom of the form. And your, yeah, is the certificate holder that Los Alamos County has to be listed as. So when you work with your insurance agency, you have to make sure they get us listed in the correct spot, or it won't work, it won't pass through risk. Any other question? And just make sure you schedule with fire, and they'll talk about this too, but you gotta get your food trucks inspected prior to your event. So that's really important.
All right, guys, so, you can also, so everything that you do for me, you can do in their office. So when you go in for their business license, vendor license, when you sign up for that, you can also fill out your vendor form and turn this into them at the same time and pay for everything at one time. That way you don't have to go to the two different departments. So I would suggest going to see them and trying to do it all in one shop. That way you don't have to do a bunch of running around and different things like that. But we do process on both sides. Yep.
And you're located at the aquatic or the county?
We're at the municipal building on the first floor. We're in suite 150. Yeah, so if you guys want to vend at the rodeo or at any of the concerts, you guys can just come and see us. We can do your vending and all that. You guys don't have to go anywhere else. We can do that for you.
So yeah, the way the process will work is even if you come to see me at the aquatic center, at my office, I basically turn all my paperwork into them anyway. So if you just do everything in one shot with them, it saves you the trip back and come see me.
Like if we were to like stay with collegiate and do that in this concert, how would you inspect that?
So we wouldn't necessarily inspect your home goods, but you would have to talk with the state as to what it is you're baking and get their permission and any permits that they require with the environmental department. They would tell you what permits you need or what food handler permits you need, and you'd have to get those permits from them and then come get your vending license with us. Any other questions? And just so you know, if you reserve any parks to vend at or anything like that, you'll have your reservation fee and you'll also have your license fee and possibly a $25 event permit fee. So there's separate fees for each of the different permits that you're requesting. So, in addition to the reservation fee. So. Okay,
You guys are good?
perfect, thanks.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate that. So like they said, there is a process. The special event permit, most of you, if you're doing the summer concerts, you don't have to worry about that because we submit the special event permit. So then you guys just come to us for all the vending stuff. So, so for the vending, again, you need your insurance, business license. For food guys, you need a food permit. If you're cooking with propane, New Mexico State Gas is not here today to talk. But if you're cooking with propane or doing anything with propane, you will have to have a permit from them. And they inspect, or I shouldn't say permit, I shouldn't say that. They inspect you every Friday. So every concert, they will be here inspecting everybody and they will give approval for you to go ahead and do your operation for that night. So if you don't pass inspection, you have to get it fixed before they leave. That way they can re-inspect you before they leave for the night to be able to vend for that night. If you don't get their approval, it's out of our hands. You can't vend for that night or vend whatever you're vending that takes propane.
And do they charge?
They do. It's $15 per inspection. So yeah, for the food guys, plan on that every Friday night is that extra $15 for the state gas inspector. So with that process, even our process, LA Fire will be, they're coming up now to talk. They're gonna inspect you guys every Friday night. The food trucks, they'll do pre-inspections and you can set those pre-inspections up with them. As long as your setup doesn't change, week to week, you should be good. And I'll let them talk to you guys about that. But that's part of that week-long process that we have to get everything approved through, is they're one of the approvers for that process. So if you guys want to come up now and talk.
Sorry, we're getting questions and answers.
Oh, yeah.
It's on first.
I'm going out of turn.
Hello, everybody. I'm James Pepin, Los Alamos County Fire Marshal. This is Captain Colorado Portable. And he's going to be giving us.
Only because you're my boss. Okay, so for those of you that you're coming back, returning, nothing we're doing has changed. So everything we're doing is all the same. We basically have two types of inspections we're doing. A tent inspection if you're cooking food, and a mobile food, a food truck. So if you're doing, we'll start off with the food truck. If you're doing a food truck, we highly suggest, we encourage you get a hold of us before, so we can do your food truck inspection prior to the event. Because if you pull your food truck up here and you've got all your food in there and you're ready to go, and then your hood's not up to snuff, or it's out of date, tell you, hey, you can't vend, you gotta take your truck and all your food out of here. So we don't have an issue leaving the county and meeting you somewhere if you don't want to drive your truck up to town. He lives in Albuquerque, I live in Santa Fe. We've taken trips to Espanola so we can get out, go inspect your truck prior to the event.
We really just don't want to shut anybody down the night of.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to avoid.
Lose all that food. And the big things we're looking for in that is the hood suppression system. So that's got to be taken care of annually. It's got to be inspected by an outside agency every year. So just have that up to snuff. We'll require paperwork. We're going to inspect your paperwork. We're going to look at your whole system, make sure you're good to go. You got to have your extinguishers, your Class K extinguisher, your regular fire extinguisher, your ABC. What else with trucks?
Any kind of electrical hazards, just a basic fire and life safety inspection.
We've got handouts back there. They're all gone. If you guys need one and you didn't get one, my card is on the table. Just take that card and call me, email me. I'll get you a copy of it.
And you can scan the back of the card and it takes to the website. The same information is on the website.
I think those cards are already gone. I've given thousands of these. Yeah, you guys got the old card, sorry. What else? Okay, so on to the tent inspection. We do just a regular food tent inspection. There was also a permit application for, if your tent is larger than 400 square feet, which probably most of you guys aren't, but if it is over 400 square feet, you'll need a separate permit for that. So I don't think is anybody going to be over 400 square feet, maybe like at the 4th of July or something like that? No? Okay, so we won't worry about that. So some of you probably did pick up that application for that tent permit, just disregard that. What we're looking for on your tent inspection is, again, you got to have your fire extinguisher. If you're cooking with grease, you got to have a Class K fire extinguisher also. So that's that silver fire extinguisher. What's the big thing on that?
The tent has to be.
Oh yeah, it's got to be rated. It's got to have if you're cooking under it, your tent, there's a little tag on there. If it's rated, it says NFPA 701 or / California equivalent. So if you got that sticker on there, don't rip it off. I mean, it's annoying because if we don't see that sticker on there, you can't use that tent. That's if you're cooking under it. What else we got?
And on the paperwork, there's just
Yeah.
separation requirements.
But we'll take care of that, right?
I'll take care of the separation requirements when I place you guys for our events.
Perfect.
The same thing will go for the 4th of July.
So separation required. He did talk about the propane inspection. Try to be, like, if you're not here by 4 o'clock, the propane inspector, he's here by 4 and he gets in and out real quick. So if you miss that and he doesn't approve, you can't vend that night. Again, he charges. The good thing about us is we don't charge. So no fees from us. I know some of our paperwork does say a fee. Just disregard that. We don't have any fees. at this. But like I said, if there's paperwork back there that you didn't get and you feel you need it, just take my card, it's on the table and call me. Go ahead.
But for a hot dog cart, you still have to get the fire inspection on that,
Yeah, yeah. What are you heating it with?
just propane.
Yeah, you'll need that, right? Yeah. You'll need a extinguisher and you'll need the inspection, but that's a simple inspection. So it's not like a food truck. So, and the food truck inspection, once we do it, you guys are good for the season. Unless you have some kind of like event where your system goes off and you gotta recharge it, then we gotta re-inspect it. But if you get one inspection on the truck, you're good to go with us in the county for the year. So some of you guys already have an inspection from last year and it's probably gonna expire soon. So just call us and we'll get it done again. You'll be good to go for the year.
Could you give us your number?
Sure. I know, I need to call myself.
505-662-8305 is the fire marshal's office.
Or 911. That'll get.
That was a joke.
There is a question online asking, does the fire department require to have a fire blanket?
No, we cannot. No, we don't. We'll give you guys an ambulance for the night. We'll have that.
And all those questions and answers, they can be found on that paperwork that was in the back. I'm sorry we didn't bring enough. It's a lot bigger turnout than we expected. That is.
So yeah, just big thing is food trucks, call us ahead of time and we'll get it done sooner than later.
What about if I make, the food in my house and to be here and sell on?
To heat it up?
For example,
If you're
yeah, no.
if you're not cooking, then we don't have any requirements.
Okay.
The only thing is if there's something out there,
Okay,
then.
for example, something.
Like,
And how are you gonna keep them warm? Just
And
with
when-
electricity?
No, because it's in, container, metal container, but no, really cold. But the fact is,
oh, you're.
but I don't need any.
Yeah. Oh, then, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Fine.
Any other questions? Have a great season.
See ya. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So yeah, just real quick, one last thing on the Friday night concert setups and stuff. Like I had mentioned, we send out a map on Thursdays. We try to send it out on Thursday evenings. Doesn't always get out on Thursdays, but it will go out no later than Friday morning. To give you guys kind of an idea of where you are set up for that night. For anybody using, an onboard generator or a portable generator for your stuff, we want to know that you're using those prior to you guys showing up. That way we can plan for you guys to be there. For fire, we have to set up a little barricade around your generator to keep people from walking up to it, touching it, burning themselves, shocking themselves or anything like that. So if you could let us know prior to that, there is a spot on your vendor application that asks if you have power or need power. And if you're bringing your own generator, just click on their own generator or sign on your own generator on there. That way we can kind of pre-plan for how many barricades we place up around that evening's event.
So there's a question / confirmation online saying I have a lemonade trailer, but no food permit, but they have a letter from the state saying that they do not need a permit because they only serve drinks.
Yep,
Sound good?
that's good.
Awesome.
As long as they can provide us a copy.
Yep.
Yep, then you're good. All right, so with that, guys, we're gonna move on to our other groups here in town. And I'll be here after this too, if you guys have some other questions and stuff. You know, I'll hang out for a little bit, answer questions, talk to you guys, you know, explain some other details that you guys may have. But first up is the 4th of July event. So for that event, we contract with our Kiwanis Club and Suncrate Productions to put on the 4th of July event. Through that, We do not do any of the vendor stuff for that event. Songcrate Productions does the entire vendor process for that. So you will reach out to them to sign up as a vendor. They're gonna pretty much ask all the same stuff from you guys, because per their contract, they have to provide that to our CD department and our fire department for approval for that event. So you're basically gonna have to do all the same steps. The biggest difference is you're gonna have to go through them to sign up for the 4th of July event, separate fees and everything like that. Any questions on that one?
What was that again?
The 4th of July or Songcrate Productions? Songcrate,
And we have them online
yeah.
with us today.
So, oh yeah, so he's here. He couldn't be here physically, but he is here on the. Oh yeah,
Yeah, Anna's here. Yep.
there you go.
So Pablo, did you have anything to add for 4th of July?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Brendan, Vera, Catherine, and all the other departments that are present. So yeah, I'm Pablo Orlando Wildman. I'm the CEO of Songcrate Productions. Thank you all for coming. Songcrate Productions has had the Los Alamos Summer Concert Series contract since 2018. And last year we brought 88,500 people. So this is a great opportunity for all the vendors that do arrive, whether you're coming for one night or multiple nights. One request to take us back a step is that we have to provide meals to our staff and to artists that come to town. So although we don't get a fee from the vendors, it would be really great if you guys could help us feed our artists and our staff. And we'll talk to you about that when we reach out to you. Anne is going to get a copy of the sign-up sheet today, and we will reach out to each of you on our own and let you know what the process is and what the breakdown for fees are. But for 4th of July, I can tell you that that event last year brought 11,500 people. And one of the things we were missing was enough food trucks. Most food trucks sold out by 7:30. So we're hoping to do a little better job this year. So when it comes to the fee structure for the 4th of July, we have $300 for the large food trucks and trucks that need parking space and electricity, $200 for smaller food vendors that just have a food operation, and then $100 for everybody else, whether you're selling jewelry, whether you're a nonprofit that just has an info booth, whether you're selling art, that's the category that would fall into. So as Brendan mentioned, it's the same exact process other than the fee goes to us for that day, and we could invoice you and figure out how that all looks. So yeah, that's basically the setup this year, and we're hoping to do a really good job and have thousands of people and sell out all of your trucks. So thank you all for coming.
All right, any questions on the 4th? All right. I did see our Main Street group. Yep,
I'm a whole group tonight.
you're a whole group, the one-man group
I know.
or one-woman group. There you go.
Hi, I'm Allison Watkins, and I'm here representing LACVC, Los Alamos Main Street, and the Chamber of Commerce tonight. Mostly what all of our stuff, I put these bookmarks back there on the table, and they have our LACVC events on them. Probably the most important thing for you guys to know is just if you have any questions, just this QR code is the way to contact us for all of those organizations tonight. I'm a fairly new employee, so I probably will not be able to answer every single question, maybe any questions, but I'm just gonna let you know, we do need food vendors for our Discovery Day, which is Science Fest. It's the big Saturday event for Science Fest, and that is going to be July 13th. So we need food vendors for that. Also for Trick or Treat on Main Street, which is on the back here for the Halloween weekend. And also for Chamber Fest, which is coming up on June 1st. So we need food vendors for all of that. And then we're debuting a new event this year for Science Fest on the night of the lead Zeppelin concert, which is July 12th. We're debuting a night market. And so we're gonna have like gonna be a little bit different than a farmer's market and a little bit different than the craft fair that they have here, something kind of in the middle. So if you have jewelry or other types of wares that you want to bring to the night market, that would be a great place. We'd love to have you for that. Just again, scan the QR code and you'll find the information there, and it'll send you back to our office. The last thing is that we also manage the farmer's market, and any New Mexico grown and made food products are eligible to apply. And I did see some papers back there for the farmer's market that somebody had brought. So I think that's all I have. Thanks.
Any questions for her, guys? Oh, yeah, no. Questions? Any questions? So the farm, when is the, do you know when the farmer's market starts?
Yes, well, it just says May to October on here, so I don't know the exact date.
May 6th.
Yeah, Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
May 2nd.
Oh, there,
She-
I was wondering, yeah. So Cindy here, she heads up the farmer's market. I thought she was here, but I lost track of her.
May 2nd through, I believe it's October 30th or 31st is the last one. But it's every Thursday in Ashley Pond Park from 7 to 12:30. And you can go online and get an app, download an application and all the rules and regulations as well.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes, so for the people online, we don't have the QR code.
Okay, is it let's
If you wanna,
Main Street.
I can't
Yeah.
get in the,
Yeah, I'll put the,
chat right now.
I'll put the link on the chat.
Awesome, thanks.
and for any of you guys, you guys can reach out to me on any of this stuff. And I'll put you in contact with the people that you need to be in contact for pretty much any event. I can't say every event in town, but we do have knowledge of most events in town and who to contact for you to set up. Do we have Arts Council?
Let me look online. Hang on just a sec.
So for Arts Council, I guess we're not here tonight, not online. Arts Council, they do a lot of the crafts fairs here in town, just right outside here on the lawn here. They do a couple events throughout the year. Their first event coming up is the Kite Festival, and they do have vendors and food vendors set up for that. So if you're interested in setting up for that, that's gonna be the Friday before the concert start, which is May 18th or something.
I'm sorry.
Kite Festival.
Oh, yeah, May 18th-ish.
Yeah, it's the Friday before the concert start. Is the Kite Festival. It's that whole weekend. So if you want to reach out to them about setting up for the Kite Festival, and that happens down on Ware. All right.
Oh, April 26th.
April 26th. Oh, so it's much
It's
earlier.
much earlier.
Okay, so that's coming up here in the next couple weeks. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, reach out to the Arts Council. They're located on the front side of the building here. Just to give you an idea of where their offices are, so you can reach out to them there. Cindy, did you want to talk about the farmer's market at all?
No, I actually put some applications on the table. And then there was that sheet that talks about homemade or homegrown or
Oh, yeah.
that you have, and it tells you the rules and regulations about if you're baking in your home and the new laws that are passed. And so you still have to go through the process of contacting them and finding out exactly how you go through that process. But it's much easier than before you had to use a kitchen, and now you don't. Now you can use your own home kitchen, but you have to use the guidance. But on that sheet, it tells you the phone number, how to reach out.
All right, guys. Any questions? That's all we had for you guys. That's all the groups that showed up for tonight. Victor?
You mentioned that the gas inspector is gonna be showing up at 4.
Yeah, he usually shows up right at 4 o'clock to start inspections.
I don't really remember that last season, we have kind of issues, and I don't know if it was you or Vera sent me an email, and then it started showing up at 2. Thinking that 4 o'clock was kind of good day.
So,
So many of us, but then they finished that one, they will be already late.
yeah, so that, it kind of depends. So we can kind of go both ways, and we can kind of send out an email to see how everybody wants to go about it. We just tell them kind of when we're gonna have everybody set up and what time. So if everybody wants to be set up at 2 o'clock to go through those inspections with the gas inspector, we can do 2 o'clock. We can do 4 o'clock. The biggest catch to that is you cannot start vending or selling food until you've been inspected.
Correct.
So depending on how many food vendors, you know, if we only have the 2 food vendors that are doing propane, he shows up at 2 or 4 o'clock, whichever time we tell him to, and he inspects those 2 people, and then he leaves. We have a vendor show up afterwards. You've missed your chance. Sometimes we might have 6 vendors, and it might take him an hour to go through all 6 vendors to inspect everybody before he leaves. So you have an hour of just kind of set-up and waiting. That's the big catch too, is you have to be completely set up and ready to go for your inspection before he'll inspect you. So we can't tell you how long he's going to be there. It just kind of depends on how many vendors we have there that night.
How long the vendors can start showing up?
So the vendors can start showing up as early as 2 o'clock. They can show up at noon. We'll be closing the parking lot down in the mornings. But if you're gonna plan on being there before 2 o'clock, reach out to us first and let us know that you're gonna be there.
Okay.
That way we can have somebody there to help you get into the parking lot and set up.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, guys. LA Fire is still here, so if you want to talk to them about inspections, feel free to talk to them. Other than that, I'll be here for a few more minutes as well to go ahead and talk to people as well. Thank you for everybody showing up. I really appreciate everybody coming in. And feel free to reach out to me after this in the next few weeks too.
And anybody online, if you would like to put in your name, your company and business vendor type with your email address, we can add you to the sign up sheet so that way you guys aren't missed.
Yeah.
You can put all that information in the chat. I'd appreciate it.